guys, it's Rich with another Tarot Talk Tuesday. In this video, I'm going to do a deck review and reveal of the Healing Light Tarot by Christopher Butler and produced by Lo Scarabeo, and it is copyright 2017. So, like this little deck, I do like it. Nice little two-part box, yeah. I like this little two-part box. I wish that Lo Scarabeo had a bigger kit version. They might, and I just haven't seen it. But if they do have a bigger kit version of this deck, then I haven't seen it, and I wish to get that because it only comes with a little tiny book. Little black book, in fact. So let's go ahead and get into the little black book. See what's in their little black book here. Let's see, Healing Light Tarot 2017. Okay, we do, as in a lot of Lo Scarabeo fashions with books, is we have English, Italian, Spanish, French, and I think this is either Chinese or Japanese. One of the, well, I guess Chinese would be two different types of languages there. Anyway. It has different languages, is the point that I'm getting at. I'm not sure which language that is, and since many of my subscribers out there are English-speaking individuals, let's go ahead and go into the English area because that is the language that I know. So, anyway, getting into this, we have right on into it, we have the major arcana. Actually, before that, we have a little thing on the Healing Light Tarot. And it says, the Healing Light Tarot draws inspiration from an ancient Celtic concept. It relates to the periods of dusk and dawn, where the veil between the world and the spiritual realm is at its thinnest. This is a time for visions, realizations, and above all, healing. The other main motif in this deck is the Mandorla. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. The oval-shaped portal created when two circles overlap and symbol of the divine feminine. The Mandorla is a healing gateway, so I've placed one on each card. Where it opens, healing and wholeness can be found. The deck consists of 22 major arcana and 56 minor arcana. The majors represent spiritual archetypes and the unseen divine powers guiding our lives. The minors are divided into four suits that represent four elements. Pentacles for the suit of earth and the body. Swords represent air and mind. The wand symbolizes fire and creativity, whilst finally cups embody the water and the heart. So, okay. Nice little introduction on that. So, we get into the major arcanas, and it has that much of it for each card in the majors. I'm sorry. In the minors, it looks like it's about the same going rate. It doesn't appear to have reversals. I could be mistaken on that. I have been known to be wrong before. It happened one other time. It was on a Tuesday. Yeah, little fun. Anyway, so it goes through all that stuff. Nice little rundown of all the cards. Liking it. And then it gives a basic 3-card spread, gives 2 basic 3-card spreads, gives a 5-card spread, and that is it. So it gives like 3 different types of spreads, or 3 different, or two interpretations of a 3-card spread and 1 5-card spread. So nice little book, nothing to really write home about as far as I'm concerned. But I do like that. So, yeah. Anyway, nice little black book. Set that aside, and let me get the cards out here. And we'll go ahead and get into the Healing Light Tarot in the nether regions. So, on down you go. So, first things first, whenever dealing with this deck, let's discuss thickness. So, you have a little bit thicker than the Rider-Waite-Smith by US Games. So a little bit on the thicker side. Much appreciated. I do like a thicker deck as long as if it's not like obscenely thick where, you know, I can barely hold it. But thicker cardstock, good quality cardstock. It has that plastic coating that the old school Rider-Waite Smith used to have. A little bit more on the glossier side. So I'm not really hating that. I actually prefer that. So that is your title card. A two-sided title card. Kind of cool. That is now a bookmark for me. Okay, let's look at the backs and the size. So the size is the same size as the Rider-Waite Smith. No difference in it. If any, there is maybe a slight hair bigger on the Healing Light Tarot. So that's fine with me. Should be fairly easy to shuffle. So we'll see about that at the very end. The back appears to be fully reversible. And I didn't look too closely at it, but I do believe everything is fully reversible. And this is the two circles, the mandorla, that they were talking about in the description. So I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm not sure. If I'm not, then you're getting all the mistakes unedited there. So yeah, whatever. I'll get past that. Anyway, I like this design. I think this is a great way of creating a portal to step into the cards, especially if you put the cards down like this and then flip them over. If you're doing it that way, then that does act like a portal to go into the cards, in my opinion. I do like that. So, no complaints on that. You don't have to do a borderectomy on these because it's already been done for you. So I do like borderless cards. I'm not always willing to do a borderectomy, and it's not always possible with a lot of decks. So, I do like whenever they have a borderless deck. Just something that really gets me is having a borderless deck. I will say, and I'm going to just start flipping here, I will say that the artwork in here is very invoking to your feelings, your intuition. It really tugs on those feelings aspects. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly or if I'm iterating that correctly here. I don't know if I am giving it the correct verbiage, but it has a lot of different ways of making you feel what the card is supposed to be making you feel. It's very impactful. It's very much an artist-driven deck, an abstract artist-driven deck type of feel to it. I'm really loving the artwork that is portrayed in this deck. Absolutely stunning, even though it's not the distinct pictures of, okay, let's take for example here, it's not the distinct picture of a person sitting in the justice position of, sitting on a throne or standing up with a blindfold like Lady Justice and whatnot. It's not necessarily just that picture. It is all of this intertwined in it. And one thing that I am noticing is not only do they have the two circle symbol, the mandorla, if I am pronouncing that correctly. Not only do they have it on the back as the portal, but they also have it in the pictures themselves. So I'm kind of really liking that. We got some shirtless people here, always appreciated. We have some silhouetted nudity. That's great. Not going to see probably a lot of diversity in this, purely because a lot of it is in the abstract. You don't have people being distinctly seen in this deck. So you're probably not going to see a lot of diversity within this deck just because of that. And you know what? I kind of like that. I kind of like it where you see a shadow of a person rather than seeing the actual person. It's very much of draw your own conclusions. So I'd rather jump to my conclusions, but I don't have a mat. Points if you get that. I'm really loving the aspects of the shadows. This is one that I would have to say would deal a lot with shadow work in my life. You know, if I had some shadow work aspects to deal with, this would probably be a go-to deck specifically for that. I would definitely use this for other readings, but as far as shadow working aspects, I would probably use this in shadow working aspects. Just stunning artwork all around. I love the abstractness and the mystery of, you know, the people being in the shadow and whatnot. Oh. Loving that. Oh, wow. Okay. Something I didn't notice, kind of creeping me out right now, is what are you carrying here? Is this, you have a cockroach on your back. This is not something that is normal. This is not something that is needed. Maybe you should put it down. Maybe you shouldn't be carrying this cockroach on your back. So that's something that I'm just getting from this one is, you know, you're carrying something that is not needing to be carried and is quite not useful to you at all. So just something that I'm getting from that one in particular. I'm really liking the feelings, the intuitive jumps that they're making here, or the intuitive connections that they're making here. Very much an intuitive type of deck, something that will spark your intuition. Even as I'm flipping through this, I'm getting images, and I'm getting like flashes in my mind. It's really starting to awaken, and I don't want to say awaken because that might not be the correct term that I want to put to it, but it's really invoking the clairvoyance part of intuition, which I'm not really clairvoyant. I'm more clairsentient or claircognizant. But this is really hitting on a lot of flashing of images in the clairvoyance sense. So, damn, is all I have to say about that. I don't get that all the time. I get that sometimes whenever doing readings. But I don't really always get the clairvoyance sense whenever I am doing readings. And just looking at this, I'm getting so many flashes of different symbols and just different things going on that, oh my gosh, like, it's just all the stuff is happening right now. Like, this is just heightening intuition like 1,000-fold. And I think this is going to definitely be a primary reading deck at a point in time whenever I get to work with it more. And quite honestly, I think I might end up keeping this deck to myself for a little while until I work with it enough that I actually want to include other people to be able to work with it with readings. So yeah, I think I might actually keep this deck to myself as far as working with it, just for a little while. Probably by the time this video comes out, I will probably be using it either for readings or be on the verge of using it in readings for others. So let's see how it shuffles. Shuffles very well. No complaints on the shuffling. The thickness, like I said, it's not too terribly thick. It's not like Tarot Illuminati thick where it's that big. So it's just a little bit thicker than the Rider-Waite Smith, which, you know what? I can deal with that. shuffles very well. Shuffles like a dream, guys. Oh my gosh. This deck, it hits all of the criteria for a tarot deck for me. Bam. Okay, that's my fault. That's my bad. I can't bridge shuffle today. I can't bridge shuffle today for shit, so. Anyway. Let's see. Like a damn dream. Guys, if you enjoy seeing this deck, just, oh my gosh. If you enjoy seeing this artwork and you enjoy the concept behind this deck, go out and get this. If you are a reader or learning to read this, I don't think you will be disappointed one iota. I'm not being paid to say that at all. Nobody's paying me to say this as of this recording time. So I'm not being paid for that. I'm just saying that this is a stunning deck. Very well done. Thank you, Christopher Butler. Amazing artwork. I can't wait to get into the companion book to kind of pull out some of those extra meanings that I might not be catching on to after the second viewing of this. But oh my gosh, all the bells, whistles, everything going off in my intuitive state or within my intuition is just wow. So thank you, Christopher Butler, for making this deck. Thank you, Lo Scarabeo, for making this deck in the way that honors it the best. Like I said, a little bit on the glossier side. I have no problems with that. Has that thicker kind of plastic to it. No problems with that for me. It doesn't stick together. It shuffles like a dream. It's beautiful, beautiful artwork, fully reversible. I didn't see reversal meanings in the book, so that's one drawback. That's probably my only drawback. And if I did, I can't remember right now off the top of my head. So yeah, this is how bad my memory's been getting lately, that I can't remember what I said about 10 minutes ago. So anyway, loving this deck. If you have this deck and you use this deck, do let me know. If you are looking to get this deck, do let me know, because yay. Let me know what you think of it. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you would like to have a free audio book through audibletrial.com/Christo-Paganism, you can go ahead and get that link down in the bottom bar. You get to keep the book even if you don't keep the subscription. So go and get yourself a free audiobook. So with all that being said, may you all have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.